Green smoothies are sticky, and it's awesome. It's a tremendous job by these young men. It's a first-class bowl, a great opportunity, a great reward for our kids, and a tremendous evening by our kids, and the resiliency and the amount of work that they've put in to have a special night like this, to be able to score 51 points offensively, defense to get huge turnovers, in this day and age of college football, and with the talent that they have on the offensive side of the ball, the turnovers that were generated, big plays that were made. Huge plays by key kids stepping up, and that's what this is all about. It's about the kids. It's about them showing up and performing on their day, which is game day, and balling out in the all gold. So really proud of our kids, really proud of our family, our Flash Fast family, and excited to continue to build this thing going forward. It's just the beginning for Flash Fast football and where Kent State's going.
So, Coach, first, congratulations. How does this feel to get the first bowl win in school history, but also how did the seniors feel accomplishing something so special?
I mean, it's truly a special evening. Feels great for the kids. Again, in the 2 years, obviously tonight's a culmination of 2 years of hard work. And a lot of kids, they could have ran, especially when a new staff comes in, and they could have jumped in the portal and done different things. And these guys, battled through adversity. And to get to this point and to leave their legacy, leave this mark, we talk all the time at the beginning of the year that each year the family's going to define who it is, what characteristics they're going to be. And I'll tell you what, this is a group that fights together. They pull tight when things get hard. They showed that tonight. And, man, do they finish strong. Finish this game strong the right way, finish the season strong the right way. And there's going to be a banner going up. There's a championship trophy coming home. And there'll be rings on their fingers, which is a pretty cool season to have.
The game was pretty close all the way throughout until maybe the final few minutes of the fourth quarter. What do you think ultimately decided the game?
I think players making plays. That's what the game always comes down to. Key plays made by key players. Crum obviously pulling that thing, making the proper read, to get the touchdown to kind of ice it. But even before then, Jamal with a really headsy play on the squib to be a ball player, and to know that we got confidence in him to be in that position, to fade back, recover that thing, and to stick his foot in the ground and go the other way. It's about kids making plays and us just being smart enough to put them in the right position and not making a simple game too complicated and letting them go play. And they did that tonight, and that's really cool to see.
Quinn Lowe, Sports Q&A. Coach, can you talk about the resiliency of the program while you guys were sitting at 3-6? You were able to go on a 3-game winning streak to get to this point, and then tonight just showing everyone what MAC football is about.
Yeah, I mean, that's what Northeast Ohio is all about. We're going to be built from the state of Ohio. We're going to go out. And I'll tell you what, you come to Northeast Ohio, anyone's familiar with Northeast Ohio, there's true grit, there's true toughness. These kids embodied that. And any time that we can embody our community and represent our community the way that we did tonight and represent our conference, there's been some narratives all this season long about MAC football. I believe right now with 2 bowl games in, we 2-0. So we did our part. We played really, really good football in the MAC, and it's more than just matching on Tuesday or Thursday night. These kids work, they compete, and this is high-caliber football that we showed tonight.
Coach Myers, KentWire.com. Antoine, talk about your journey where you were coming in as a freshman under the other coaching group and where you are now.
Coming in, I'm pretty sure everybody said this on their visit, that they want to come to Kent State and change it. I mean, it's a big difference from when Coach Lewis came in and the last coaches. Not saying that they weren't great coaches, but just the way that Coach Lewis pushes us to a limit that we think we can't get to, and we can actually get to it. I mean, that's what this program is about. I know Dustin is proud of himself, and I'm proud of myself for coming here and sticking with it, even when we went through all those losing seasons. And all I can say is we changed the culture.
And then, Dustin, I saw you had quite a few moments on the sideline before the clock hit all zeros with your teammates. Kind of walk us through what they meant to you and what you said there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it's all about. I mean, it wasn't any individual effort. I mean, it was a group thing. I mean, it was big plays by different guys at different times in all 3 phases. They kind of got it done for us. I mean, even down to the last touchdown play. I mean, that's going against scout defensive ends that gave me good looks all year, trying to mess with me and giving me hard reads and things like that. I mean, it's everyone. It's not just one guy, and it's the kind of, like Duke says, the culture we've kind of started to build, and it's just been a really fun experience, and I couldn't be happier.
Ian Kreider, KentWire.com. Dustin, what was going through your mind on that 4th and 1 call from when Coach called it to when you got in the end zone?
I mean, you gotta get it. No, I mean, I just read it out like a normal play. I mean, you can't try to do too much anytime the defensive end crashed, so I pulled it. And it's obviously a day one read, day one install type play and things like that. And I know the guys trusted me, and that's why Coach trusted the offense, and that's why he gave us put the ball in our hands. And Dalka did a good job sealing out, and I knew I just had to stick my foot in the ground, try to get north, and then ended up in the end zone.
You mentioned he trusted you with the ball in your hands in that position. I mean, you could have just as easily kicked the field goal and gone up 6 and just trusted the defense to make a stop. What does that say with your relationship with Coach and how, I guess, it's progressed throughout the season?
I mean, it just shows that he trusts the offense and things like that. But I mean, Coach, he's an aggressive play caller, and we're gonna get after guys and try to threaten defenses, and that's really just our style of play.
Now, Coach, you have 2 offensive players up there, but can you talk about how great your defensive play and it was the catalyst for a lot of the big plays offensively?
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I mean, they were very opportunistic when the ball presented itself to generate the turnovers that they did, to constantly apply pressure, the way that they did to a very, very good quarterback. It doesn't probably show up in the stat sheet with the number of hits or sacks, but, I thought our front did a great job of pressuring them relentlessly, kind of moved them off his spots on a consistent basis, and did an excellent job really consistently stopping the run, which was something that, had been a struggle for us throughout the course of the year. But our kids, again, we are very open, very direct, very honest with them, give them that feedback, and they responded in a big-time manner on a big-time stage to show up and perform when we needed them to and get the critical stops that they needed to tonight.
Coach, I mean, the common theme after the game was players saying they'll know who we are now. So kind of was that the motivation all throughout the season, and will they know who you are now?
We talked a lot about respect early on in the year, and it's kind of a hard thing to define, but we talked about it before the Kennesaw State games, where if you respect someone or you respect something, you hold that in high regard. It's something that I heard Pete Carroll say in a podcast that my wife shared with me, and I shared that with the kids. And from day one, we just wanted to earn a little bit of respect. Felt like we had done that in Northeast Ohio with our community and with our school. Felt like we had done that in the conference through the past couple of years. And now we had an opportunity, being the only game on the primetime Friday Night Lights at the First Class Bowl down here at the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl, to showcase what these kids are capable of doing. And hopefully now the college football landscape, when they see that Flash K that we rock so proudly tonight, that they'll hold that Flash K in high regard and know what it means when we're coming to town.
Now, this question is for both of the players. It's not often when you see a Group of 5 program play 3 Power 5 teams. Do you think that those games early on in the season prepared you for this moment?
I mean, I think it does a good job kind of showing us where we're at, and it shows kind of builds a little confidence, I guess you could say, when we were able to have some success and things like that against some of those schools. And it just shows that we can hang with the best when we're right. And it just kind of raises our level of competitiveness and kind of really makes us focus on details and things like that, because when you're playing schools like that, you have to really be razor sharp, and whenever you make a mistake, they're going to make you pay. So, I mean, it helps us kind of raise our level of play and things like that, and I mean, they're just great opportunities that we look forward to.
All 12 games of the season, there's no doubt in my mind that we can win each game, and it shows like the first half of Auburn. There was no doubt in my mind that we weren't going to win that game. I mean, and it got ugly at the end, but we stuck together even when in those tough times. And I don't even think those games make us. Those games in the MAC where we lose by 2 points and 7 points when we know we could have won the game, and then we come back and we're down 21 with 10 minutes left, and we come back and win the game, and we finish off the season over 500. Those are the games that make us. I don't think the Power 5 schools make us at all.